Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. Root Beer here, looking at question number 18 on our 2017 Grade 7 Gauss. Sarah goes to the bookstore and wants to buy a book that is originally priced at $100. Which of the following options gives her the best discounted price? So a discount of 20%, so that's taking 20% off the total. A discount of 10%, then a discount of 10% off that price. So two 10% discounts in a row. A 15% discount and then a 5% discount, or a 5% discount first and then a 15% discount, or all four options give the same price. Pretty sure E is not correct, and that can be ruled out pretty quickly, but okay, how do we calculate these percents and these options that we've got? So for A, 20% off is the same as taking away 20%. If you take away 20% from a full 100%, that's really just 80%. So a lot of these can be rephrased. Instead of some percent off, we just say how much remains. And so 20% off is the same as just doing 80% of $100. Now 80% of $100 is $80, but how can you quickly calculate that? Well, percents are measured out of 100, so 80% of $100 is actually 80% out of 100% multiplied by $100. Better yet, this is just 0.8, 80 out of 100, 0.8 times $100. So this makes this a lot easier to calculate, 0.8 times $100. Now, why bother to write that if just saying, well, 80% of 100 is $80, how quick is that? Because look at the next ones that we have to do. You do, B is 10% of 10%. So first we do 10% off, so that's 90% of 100. But then we want to do 10% off that, so it's 0.9 times 0.9 times $100. Or 0.9 times 0.9, which is 0.81 times $100. And the second you need to get out your calculator, you do that. Go ahead. So that's $81. So immediately, E is not the right answer, because these are not all the same price. And so they're not the same discounted final price. A is looking pretty good. Now, C and D, one of those, the first one is 15 and then 5? Yeah, 15 and then 5. So 5% off, that's 95%. 95% remains. And then 15% off, that's 0.85. Flipping it around, 50% off at the end of 5% off 100. And you don't have to write it out as a single equation like I'm doing, not at all, but if you're able to, then that certainly speeds things up. If you need to do the calculation where instead you say, okay, let me figure out what 5% of 100 is. Oh, it's $5? I'll take that away and I'm left with $95. Okay, let me figure out what 15% of $95 is, probably with the calculator, and then take that off. If you need to do it, that's fine, but learning how percentages are done and being able to do them quickly is what is going to speed us up in question 18, allow us a lot of time on those C-part questions, or even just 19 and 20 if those are our goal. Okay, I don't know what 95 times 85 off the top of my head. It's 0.8075. So $80.75. And the interesting thing is, it's going to be the same for D as well. The order doesn't actually matter when you take these discounts off. Okay? Because multiplication doesn't care what order you did it in. But we see that A is still going to be our answer. Okay? It's the lowest of all of them, and we want the lowest discounted price for our book. Or not for our book, but for Sarah's book. Alright, so that's question number 18. Up next will be question number 19. I'll see you for that shortly.